Hello everyone, welcome back to IndianCoding.com. Today we are going to study about XML in the PHP and ajax. Okay, so we'll see what is it. So we are having the following example which will demonstrate how a web page can fetch information from an XML file to ajax. Okay, so in that case, we have already studied about the rest of the thing, MySQL and the PHP and everything. Next thing we are going to study right now is the ajax. So here I have already mentioned all the details. So we can see here the text and I have given the CD information will be written, and then show ID functions I have mentioned at if str document dot get element ID in a HTML. The same thing we are need to mention, we need to just mention, we have to check if the CD is selected. Okay, so in that case, and the second thing we are need to do, create the XML HTTP request object, then create a function to be executed when the server response is ready. Fine, for that we have to do it, and then we just need to send the request off to a file on a server, and notice that a parameter q is added to the URL. Okay, so at the end you can see I mentioned the q over just a parameter to notice that the URL is the added or not. So with the content of drop down list, for the drop down list the URL is added or not. So that is what right now we are doing. Okay, so here we have mentioned all the details, and in that the CD information will be listed, where the option will be created for the CD here. Okay, the CD options are listed here. What all the kind of information and what are the drop down lists will be available, that will be listed over there. Okay, so that is how you need to create all the details I have mentioned here. The artist details and the every details, single details we required is mentioned over there. So for that we are writing the show CD of is executed, just to show all the details we have mentioned in our codes. So that is all we need to mention. So once it will run this code now, then you will be able to see what all the things I have mentioned here. Okay, so now on screen you can see that if I'm going to write any person's name, all the details related to that name will come here. So that is what we were trying to do in the XML sheet. Whatever the name we will mention, it will automatically come there. So that is what the XML sheet will help you to do. So that's all for today's class. Tomorrow we'll study about more features related to PHP. Thank you so much.